Hello again, beautiful ones. Here I am to speak to you about what is happening lately. So, today is the 18th of September 2021. I have recorded a video to introduce this sort of expression of what's happening with the collective, but more specifically, the way that I have been feeling lately and how this sort of inability to speak what you have inside, these feelings, these ways of thinking. And the more and more I feel pressured about not being able to send my message. I know this is not like that I meet every single person and we immediately purge ourselves into opinions. But let's put it out there with regards to the P word around the world and to the C word out there in the world. It has generated a lot of division. So as of late, especially today, because today I am on my first day of my period, I have been tapping into why I have been feeling the inability of expressing myself. So I have felt the pressure of the society for those who cannot speak about this publicly. We are being called many things in English, anti-vaxxers and whatever. Now in Portugal we are the denials. I think in translation no, it's not really that. It's I don't even know, to be honest, but the word is negacionistas, so it's like denial and trying to do business denying it. I have no idea what they're trying to do or say that, but that's the narrative right now. So it's like this. Let's put things blunt. I'm gonna try and bring some examples here so we're all on the same page. So, first thing, for us, well, for people like me that are oracles and that receive messages and whatever, when we first saw that this was a possibility for a big wake up call to the world, we said, yay, yes, we are here. I was here for you, and I put my business out there for you. But as the time went by, things gotten a little bit weirder because we wanted to have a narrative to follow through. And so many people decided to stay connected to the TV as much as possible or to the radio, whatever they had, and they followed it. And there was a sense of fear in the air, just crawling in. And it's the same with everything else. So if it was a different news, you would crawl in, right? You would be curious, you would stay for longer periods of time listening to and accepting, even though it was strange, but at least you were having something, and so you've taken it into account. That's normally what happens with everything else in life. It's the same as you are born, you feel weird, and then you still stick here because you see around you the parents, the family, and that's who you accept who you are. Same stuff, right? Okay, let's go on the same pattern here. So in the beginning, when this all came up, we started with, okay, maybe we need some social distancing. Because we didn't know exactly how the C thing was propagating. We were just receiving information from abroad, especially from the OMS. So they say, what else? The masks? Great. So let's just recap here on the masks because I don't think these videos will survive less than 9 minutes or whatever, so I can put them all here, but I'll do as much as I can. Before masks became so important right now, they were never considered a long term solution for our health. We know the implications of them. It's not a study that comes to light right now. The surgical mask is mainly for short amount of times and not to transmit any spillage of our saliva and sweats and whatever in the moment that you are in a surgery room, correct? But it took us years to study those things and to analyze that. Now, at the same time that I say this, I have to look into some Asians, at least that I came in contact with. And as far as I have seen, they have the culture of when they are sick, they put up a mask. So they wear it in public. And even though it may seem strange to you at the time, as it was for me too, I had to come to terms like, oh, okay, they have an option, and that is not as bad. I mean, but thinking about it, I've always considered like, am I able to wear a mask all the time? Considering that I'm not harming the others yet, but how about myself? If I want to keep myself alive, I have the virus here. Okay, I don't spread it. Cool for others, and so that's how I think. But then my health becomes even worse, not just because I'm not letting it out, but because I am holding whatever I have released back into my mask, which is very, very close to my mouth again and nose. And I'm going to breathe and still continuously do the push back and forward, in and out from my mouth and from my respiratory system. So I don't know how many times that evolves into other bacteria in our lungs, but that's pretty much the image, don't you think? Let's just separate that. This is prior to masks have become forced in certain ways in certain countries. Is this really what you really wanted to have right now? Now the question is like, okay, if we are just talking about this, great, let's talk about it. There's so many discussions, but we are not here just to discuss, are we? We really want it deep down in our core is, so what the hell do we do? Exactly. So if you're not truth to yourself, you're just selling your own attitude into the narrative. Let's just pause here and come back shortly.